With the 16th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the 76ers selected a Duke guard that's about 6'3" with a neutral wingspan, somewhere around 200 pounds, with incredible scoring instincts, extreme confidence, and much more. And his name is Jared McCain. Welcome to Basketball Intuition. I'm your host, Ethan Simon. Today we're going to be talking about Jared McCain. One of the main reasons I'm making this video is because I went back and I looked at some conversations from just general NBA fans across different platforms, and it seemed like a lot more people dislike Jared McCain than they like him. And the reason that they don't like him has nothing to do with basketball. It literally has nothing to do with basketball. It's either because his TikToks or his nails. So people just convince themselves that he's not actually a good NBA player for some reason, or he's never gonna be this all-star or an all-star caliber type player. Were we watching the same games? Were we watching the same basketball? Did you see Jared McCain in those 30 games? Okay, let's relax a little bit. We're going to go to his shooting, his pick and roll play / playmaking / ball handling, and then we're going to keep on going from there. In general, one of the best and most impressive parts about Jared McCain's game is going to be that jump shot. He's got an extremely good form, great, consistent, fast release. I'm going to set the scene with some percentages, so lock in for a second, and then we won't do any more. He shot 38% from three in general on 6 attempts per, 44% on catch and shoot threes on 3.5 attempts. He is an extremely confident catch and shoot shooter. There are times where they have him running off double screens and dribble handoffs on the perimeter trying to get him open threes, and I think that he reads it very, very well. There were times where he was getting to the basket with it, getting to the mid-range with it, and on mid-range pull-ups he shot 52%, another thing that I was extremely impressed by. And then the last percentage for you is 29% on pull-up threes. Now, to kind of get in the weeds and the reads of it, we're going to start with his off-ball movement. This isn't a comparison, it's an example, but the way that he runs around screens on the perimeter is Curry style. There are times where we can see him full sprinting along the perimeter, cutting through baseline, small twitches and hesitations to get his defender a couple inches or a couple feet away from him to get his shot off. And I just think in general he moves around on the three-point line very well, just making himself available for his teammates to get him the ball. He really just comes flying off those screens ready to shoot the ball, like seriously. Now I want to talk about his mid-range game for a minute, because this was the most impressive part to me when I really dove back into his game to make this video. He loves those little bump middies, the leaners in the mid-range area, the fadeaways, the pull-ups. He has all of it in his game. More specifically, the one that looked like he was most comfortable with and the one that he was trying to get to more was kind of leaning right on the right elbow area. He can lean left and right on those bump middies, but it definitely seems like he preferred pulling up on the right side. And again, he shot 52% on those pull-up middies. Like, it is a very comfortable shot for him already. Okay, two things that I want to mention real quick before we move on to the next section. He statistically was a lot better above the break compared to shooting from the corners. He got a lot more shots up from above the break, so it makes sense that he was more comfortable there than the corners. And also, I was really impressed how deep his range is. Like, he can hit those deep threes. Okay, now getting on to our next section. Some people like to act like that Jared McCain is just a shooter. Guys, he is not just a shooter. He's just so versatile. I love it. Like, he can play the 1 and the 2. He can be an on guard, a ball handler, and he can play off guard. He's got a really tight and controlled handle. His handle isn't the flashiest, so it gets underrated in a sense. But also, I felt like he was extremely calm and controlled with the ball in his hands. He can even operate at different speeds. There were times where he was physically aggressive using his strength. There were other times where he was trying to play fast, get up in transition and things like that, as well as slowing down and being patient in the lane. And you can tell by the way he talks and by the way he plays, he has an extremely good feel for the game. He legitimately plays like a veteran. He is a high IQ player. If you're still here and enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. It helps out a lot more than you realize. Okay, so we don't usually do stuff like this, but I want to back up and really show you what I'm talking about when I say Jared McCain is a good pick and roll ball handler. So my criteria is extremely simple, and I feel like it's very fair. If you are not getting at least 3 possessions a game as a pick and roll ball handler, you do not qualify. So we're going to use points per possession as our talking point. So if you look at the top guys, you see Tyrese Halliburton, you see Jimmy Butler, you see Shea at 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. So if we go to the second page and we go down here to 0.86, this is where you can find Jared McCain. Now, obviously, he did not get to play as many games as these people, but in the small sample size that we have when he was actually playing, you can see him as a pick and roll ball handler being on the same level as Zach LaVine, Jaylen Brown, Andrew Wiggins, RJ Barrett, better than Steph Curry, better than Bradley Beal, better than James Harden. And even if you look up a little bit, you can see LeBron at 0.89. Like, this is just showing you what I'm talking about, that he was a real valuable pick and roll ball handler. I thought he did really good in the pick and roll as a passer. He can get everybody involved. He is an unselfish player. there. And yes, he looked very comfortable in regular screens at the top of the key, but super high ball screens, I thought he did a very good job there as well. And also figured it was worth mentioning that he had a 25% usage percentage with only 1.6 turnovers a game. That puts him in the 70th percentile in turnover percentage, which is very, very good for a rookie guard. Now, I want to take this opportunity to switch over to his finishing ability, because this was another thing that he is extremely underrated at. I'll set the tone with a percentage again. He shot 59% in the restricted area. That is very, very good. He's got a really, really nice finger roll game. He uses a little hezzy move to get to the basket sometimes. One of the things specifically that I really liked about him driving to the basket is he goes at your hip. He doesn't go around it. He is much stronger than he looks, and he dribbles the ball hard on a line. Another thing that I liked in a small sample size is I thought he made some really good cuts behind the defense and just getting to the basket, just giving his teammates another option. And the next thing is, whenever it comes to him attacking the basket, he was only getting to the free throw line 2.5 times a game, but he showed flashes of a guy who absolutely can get to the free throw line more. I'll go through some of his best free throw performances, I guess. 12 free throws, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4. So there were times where he was really getting to the basket. I thought he creates contact really well sometimes, whether he was getting the call or not. I felt like he creates contact very well. Okay, I got a couple more things I want to run through real quick. These are going to be faster than what we talked about before. I want to start with his transition game. His transition on and off numbers were really good. They were in like the 72nd percentile or something around there. He runs very hard in transition. He's extremely versatile in the transition. He can do a little bit of everything. It seems like one of his favorite shots is pulling up in transition from 3. So he can do that. He can make a nice pass. He can drive to the inside, kick it back out. I don't even know if I mentioned this earlier, but I felt like he was very, very good in driving kick situations. He can straight up go to the basket. He can slow it down if he needs to. Like, he does. And I just spilled a lot of my water. I just spilled so much water everywhere. Oh my God. Okay, back to what I was saying. Very good in transition. Muy bien. Moving on to our next thing. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. Okay, now to the defense. As a one-on-one defender, isolation, man-on-man, he is not that great, but he is a rookie, and I want to hone in on this for a second because people do this a lot. When a 19, 20-year-old kid is coming out of college and he's guarding Will Levis, and then he has to go to the NBA and guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Damian Lillard, it's gonna be a tough transition. It's one thing for a rookie to come in and be good on the offensive side, but it's another thing for a rookie guard specifically to come in and be really good on the defensive side. For all the people that are watching this video right now, can we stop the narrative that rookies are supposed to come in and immediately be impact defenders? It's just kind of dumb to me. Like I mentioned, like, you got to think about the competition different. You're playing against D1 college athletes, very good players, but now you're playing against the 450 best players in the entire world. Back on track to defense stuff. Like I said, as a one-on-one defender, he's not nothing crazy right now, but as a help defender, I felt like he was really good. And out of a rookie, all you can ask sometimes is just for them to be engaged and focused, and he was both of those things. So now to a little bit of a topic of discussion. I want to say that in November, he averaged 19 points per game on 45-37 splits. And the reason I want to bring this up, and also taking into account like what was going on with the 76ers at that time, injuries going along, his role was a lot bigger than what it's going to be next season as long as everybody is healthy, which they won't be because that's just the construction of the 76ers team. I swear if my dog doesn't stop barking, I'm going to lose it. What I'm trying to say is that 19 points a game on 45-37 splits, those are very repeatable. That isn't anything crazy. It wasn't like he was shooting 50% from 3. He was only shooting 37% from 3. Not only, that is very good in the grand scheme of things, but it wasn't like he was shooting 50%. It wasn't like he was shooting 60% from the field. He was shooting 45. These are very repeatable splits. And like he could definitely grow off of that and get better and better from that. So hoping that everybody on the 76ers can get healthy. He's not going to have a crazy big role, and he probably won't average 20 points a game. That's his role with the 76ers. If he was on a different team, he could be doing that every single night. He could be giving you 20, 25 a night with 4 or 5 assists and a couple rebounds. If the ball is actually in his hands and he has the usage percentage and the opportunity to put the ball in the basket that much and to get his teammates the ball and to get everybody involved, then he's going to be able to be really, really good, and he's going to get better and better. I just felt like it was dumb seeing some people conversate talking about he's not going to be this, he's not going to be that. He was so good. He was so good. But he has more confidence than like 80-90% of the players in the league. Maybe he's in like the top 1% of players' confidence in the NBA. Like, he's got it. I am legitimately convinced that he's going to be really, really good. Whether he's going to be an all-star, whether he's going to be all-star caliber, whether he's going to be a role player, regardless what it is, he's going to be elite in his role. You can't convince me otherwise. You can come at me in the comments. I'm going to say the same thing I say to everybody else. you think that hurts my feelings, if you say something stupid to me in the comments and tell me that I don't watch ball, that's the one thing that people comment sometimes, like on maybe every other video or every other video. It's like just one idiot saying that it's obvious that I don't watch basketball. Now, on to the last segment of the day before you leave. The best segment of the day, my favorite segment of the day. It's the comment of the day. I mean, screw it. This could be the comment of the day. Okay, I'm sorry if I butcher it. Doug Arby, y'all know I butcher half these names. Doug Arby, 8749. Serious questions. Do NBA players wear cups? I don't know if this was meant for comment of the day or if you legitimately just were curious and felt like asking in my comment section, but I guess we could discuss this for a moment. Do NBA players wear cups? Think about the Steven Adams, Draymond Green situation. Steven Adams wasn't wearing no cup when Draymond kicked him in the nuts. And whenever players get tapped and stuff like that down in their midsection, they usually go down immediately. So I highly doubt that many players are wearing cups. I mean, you got to think about it as well. Like, think about moving around on a basketball court and you're like trying to dribble between your legs and go around and do all this stuff and you got a restricting cup on. Like, I just don't feel like that would be, the best thing that you could do to take care of yourself. Of course, that's a good way to, protect yourself, but I don't know if in an NBA game you get hit in the midsection enough to wear a cup. I'm just going to call you Doug. I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate you, Doug. Thank you very much. I haven't seen you in my comments before, but I appreciate you. I actually had a lot of fun with today's video. I cannot lie. Definitely had a lot of fun. Shout out to Chris Middleton, the GOAT, the actual GOAT, the greatest basketball player of all time. And yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, which you did, I really appreciate you. If you did enjoy it, you could hit the like, the comment, the sub, the post notifications if that's what you want. You don't have to if you don't want, but I'd appreciate it. As always, if you have any video ideas, let me know in the comments. I'm running out of ideas. I want to start switching it up a little bit. I feel like I've done the same thing over and over again. And to all the people out there that watch and support all my videos, I love you. I love each and every single one of you. I appreciate you very much. And yeah, I'm going to just see y'all in the next video, man. Peace out.